Greetings. Let me explain to you why I chose to let Anchor take care of my podcast. I know they'll reach out to multiple platforms and get my messages delivered and heard across the nation. There's creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so you can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership. There's everything you need to make a podcast in one place. Download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. Good luck and enjoy. Welcome back to Mental Snacks with Claiborne Jackson. Don't sabotage your peace just because chaos is familiar. Don't sabotage your peace just because chaos is familiar. What I mean by that? Well, in my younger years, I loved chaos, at least so I thought. I remember sitting outside on the wall at my old house and telling my relative that if my life ever became calm, I'd probably die because I was so used to the chaos in my world. That was the talk of a young man that had normalized his trauma. See, in my eyes, everything that I was dealing with came with being alive. Even when it was time for me to go to bed, I took the chaos with me and stayed ready. Meaning, I didn't sleep in regular pajamas. I slept, as my mother would call, ready rolled. Now, in her definition, that was ready rolled as in ready to roll out of bed and get your day started. But for me, it was more ready rolled, ready for something to pop off that would require me to have to move at a very fast pace, only allowing me time to put on my shoes, head out to deal with whatever it was that I called normal at that particular time. I think I was living for the adrenaline rush and then the relaxing feeling of the adrenaline dump at the end. I can remember seeing at the time, I can remember seeing the older men in the neighborhood walking down the street in their slides, some eating snacks or sipping on coffee. And I thought to myself, man, what a boring life. And at what point does your life become so slow that you can just walk down the street without a care and be happy? That's the thoughts of someone who has normalized their trauma. What I didn't get at the time was that these men probably had been through a lot and finally healed from the trauma that they had once normalized. I would talk to a few of them, and they would often say, "Youngin, I hope you live to see the day that you find life to be, as you say, boring, and can enjoy walking down the street looking at the scenery while sipping coffee." But you fast forward many, many, many years later, many hours of therapy later, and a whole lot of unpacking, and boom, I find myself walking to Sprouts, buying some coconut milk ice cream sandwiches, as I don't do dairy, and walking back home with my headphones on, playing some uplifting music, eating ice cream sandwiches, not a care in the world. I would stop and take pictures of random things, heck, even walk down to the lake. It's a lake that's over here by my house. I watch the ducks and the turtles while sitting on grass. Now, me sitting on grass, relaxing, watching nature, I had not did that since my son was maybe 2 or 3, and he's 21 now. Now, see, the unhealed me would have thought this is too good to be true, and by some means would have self-sabotaged myself. I would have found some reason to create some kind of drama, but bring back just so I could bring back some old normalized trauma. But see, once you deal with your issues head on, you no longer have that urge to go back. So this time I embraced the peace. I have embraced the peace to the point that chaos is no longer familiar, but peace is. So even when those moments where chaos might poke his ugly head through my window, I am no longer familiar with him. I now look right past chaos and see a familiar friend named peace. Don't self-sabotage your relationship with peace just because chaos at one point was your familiar friend. Sometimes you have to leave some familiar friends behind in order to grow, and chaos is that friend. You dig? It's your friend, your partner, your pal, your buddy, Claiborne Jackson, Mental Snacks. Thank you for all your support. Peace.